Good morning kids, I am Khushbu Patel from Saraswati Group of Education and I am going to take a science for grade 6. Now as we are moving ahead with the new academic year, let me give you first introduction to your book. In 6th standard, which book you are going to study? This is your book, Expanded Universal Science, in which there are total 17 lessons, right? And that 17 lessons are given according to their content. Now, the first chapter is food and its resources. Now think, every day we are eating different type of foods. We eat vegetables, we eat fruits, we eat cereals, sometimes we also eat pulses. We drink lot of water as we have to remain healthy, right? So, in short, food is necessary for the mental and physical growth and development. Here in Gujarat, wheat is a staple food. That means we eat on a daily basis. If you travel to Rajasthan state, you will see there that main dish is dal bati churma. If you travel to some south state, you will see that they are eating lot of variety made up from the rice like idli and dosa and many more. Right? In Punjab you go, they are eating lot of things having too much of oil and ghee. In short, in every state they have a different type of a food. As I told you before, that the food is necessary for the growth and development. It gives you energy to do work. It gives you nourishment to your body so that you can do any type of work. Here, before I start the first lesson explanation, I am just giving you the overview of this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to study that where do we get the food from, what type of a food we get from the plant and what type of a food we get from the animal. Second thing, animal does not have the capacity to produce their food. They have to depend on something. So, plants are the main producer of the food, directly or indirectly. All the animals are depending on plants for their food requirement, right? So, what type of animals? That means, are they eating only plants? Are they eating only small animals? Or they are eating plants and animals both? According to that, animals are categorized into different categories. That all we are going to cover in this chapter. But before we start the chapter, it is compulsory to understand the few hard words which is new to you. So, before we start the explanation, let us look at the vocabulary words. Chapter number 1, Food and its sources. Now, let us start with the vocabulary words. What is our first word? Our first word is nutrition. How will you pronounce it? Nutrition. Now, let us understand the meaning of it. The food that you eat and the way it affects to your health. That means whatever the kind of food you are eating, right? According to that food, your body will grow. Right? So, it is known as nutrition. Clear? Shall we go to the next word? Let us go. What is our next word? Our next word is nourished. What is it? Nourished. What is the meaning of it? To give right kind of a food so that he, she or it can grow and be healthy. That means we have to take the good amount of a food, good quality of a food, so our body will grow properly and we remain healthy, right? So remaining healthy and growing properly is known as nourished, right? Understood? Let us go to the next word. What is that? Energized. How will you pronounce it? Energized. Now, from the word you can imagine the meaning of it. Let's take a look at the meaning of it. To give somebody more energy, strength etc., and to raise to a higher energy level. Now see kids, when you eat food, you will have energy in your body. Yes or no? Yes? Okay. So when you have that energy, when you have the strength to do work, it is known as energized. Right? So આપણે એવું કહીએ કે ભાઈ મેં ફૂડ ખાધું, so now I have a energy. Our body will be energized. Clear? Okay. Shall we go to the next word? What is our next word? It is nutrients. What is the meaning of nutrients? Let's see. A substance that is needed to keep living thing alive and help it to grow. Okay. Now nutrients are of different type. Protein, vitamins, carbohydrates, fat, minerals, right? So these all substances are needed for our body. But why it is needed? Just because we can have a proper growth. And what is it called? It is called as nutrients. Clear? What is the meaning of nutrients? I hope you have understood. Shall we go to the next word? Let us go. What is our next word? Diseases. How will you pronounce it? Diseases. That means, it's very easy to understand, sickness or illness. When you are not eating proper food, when you are not taking proper care of your body, you may fall ill. બીમાર પડી જાઓ છો. બરાબર? તો એ બીમાર પડવું એટલે શું થાય? Diseases. Right? Diseases मतलब રોગ થવું અથવા બીમાર પડવું. That is known as diseases. Clear? Shall we go to the next word? Yes? Let us go. What is our next word? Producers. What is it? Producers. What is the meaning of it? The one who produces food for all animals, such as plants. That means whatever the food we are eating, we are not producing that food. We are only making that food. But who is producing the food? Plants. Right? By which process they produce the food? Photosynthesis. About photosynthesis you will study afterward. But here you just have to understand that producers means the one who is producing the food for all animals present on the earth. And on the earth we have only one producers, and that are plants. Right? All the animals are depending directly or indirectly on the plants for their food requirement. So plants are known as producers. Clear? Yes? Shall we go to the next word? Let us go. Consumers. What is it? Consumers. Okay. Now understand the meaning of consumers. The one who takes the food produced from the producers, such as animals and humans. That means in the last word we have seen producers. Plants are the bigger producers of food on the earth, right? And all the animals, including humans, are taking food directly or indirectly from the plants. Animals and humans do not have a capacity to make their food. They are depending on plants. So they are known as consumers. Right? That is consumers. See the picture here. It is of all the animals. Right? They are known as what? They are known as consumers. Now let's go to the next word. What is our next word? Crocus sativus. How will you pronounce it? Come on, speak with me. Crocus sativus. Okay, now let's take a look at the meaning of it. It is a kind of a plant which is commonly known as a saffron plant. Right? Now see kids, when you study science, especially after 5th standard in a higher grades, right, there are certain words which is known as a scientific word, right? Now some of the scientific word may not have English meaning, but some of the scientific word can have the English meaning. So here, Crocus sativus is the name of a one plant, right? Or you can say it is the scientific name of a one plant. What is the name of that plant? Commonly saffron plant. હવે saffron એટલે શું ખબર છે કોઈને? કહેશે કોઈ મને? What is that? It is કેસર. કેસરનું જે ઝાડ હોય છે, બરાબર, એને સાયન્સની ભાષામાં કહેવાય ક્રોકસ સટાઇવસ. It is its scientific name, right? So it is known as Crocus sativus. You can see in the picture, right? There is a flower and there are a small thread like a structure which is orange in a color known as a saffron. Clear? Okay? Fine. Let us go to the next word. What is that? Radical. How will you pronounce it? Radical. Right? Now let's take a meaning of it. The part of a plant embryo that develops into primary root. Now first understand what is the meaning of embryo. Embryo means baby plant, right? From that baby plant, the primary root will start to grow, and that primary root is known as radical, right? જ્યારે ઝાડવું ઉગવાની શરૂઆત થાય ત્યારે શરૂઆતમાં એના જે રૂટ્સ બને છે એને પ્રાઇમરી રૂટ કહેવાય, and that primary root is also known as radical. Clear? See the picture of it, right? Shall we go to the next word? Let us go. Sprouts. What is our next word? Sprouts, right? Many of you may be knowing the meaning of a sprouts because we are using this at our home. If I will show you the meaning of it and the picture of it, you will understand it clearly. Let us take a look at the meaning. To begin to grow or to produce new leaves means when you sow a seed in the soil, it starts to grow, right? And that growing process, the initial growing process is known as a sprouts, right? In Gujarati, sprouts is also known as ફણગાવેલા, right? હવે આ શબ્દ બધાએ સાંભળેલો હશે, બરાબર? See the picture of it. You can see that white thread like a structure is known as a sprouts. Clear? Okay? Let us go to the next word. What is our next word? Vegetarian. Now the word itself is giving us the meaning of it. What is the meaning of vegetarian? You all know, right? See the meaning. A person who does not eat meat or fish, or a person who eats only plants product, right? It is eating only plants product. That is known as what? Vegetarian. Those who are not eating eggs, fish, meat, prawns or any other animal food, they are known as vegetarian. See the picture of it, right? Let's go to the next word. non-vegetarian. It is totally opposite word to the previous one, right? The previous word was vegetarian. We have understood the meaning of vegetarian. So now you all can say the meaning of non-vegetarian as well, right? See the meaning. A person whose diet includes meat, fish, eggs, etc. That means the person who is eating animal product as their food. Fish ખાય છે, meat ખાય છે, eggs ખાય છે, right? So that person is known as non-vegetarian. See the picture of it, right? It's very easy to understand. Yes. Let's go to the next word. What is that? Herbivores. How will you pronounce it? Herbivores. Herbivores, right? Herbivores. See the meaning of it. An animal that only eats grass, plants and plants product, right? That means the animal which is only eating plants product or grass or plant, that is known as herbivorous, right? See here in the picture, deers are eating leaf directly from the plant, so they are known as herbivorous. Clear? Shall we go to the next word? What is our next word? Carnivores. How will you pronounce it? Carnivores. What is the meaning of it? Animals that eat only other animals such as tiger, eagle, etc. Now understand, if the animal is bigger in a size, that big animal will kill the small animal and will eat it. પોતાનાથી નાના એનિમલ્સનો શિકાર કરીને ખાય છે, બરાબર? તો એ બધા એનિમલ્સને શું કહેવાશે? કાર્નિવોર્સ, right? See here, it's a tiger's picture, right? You may have seen that tigers are killing the small animals and they are eating it. So we can say that tiger is carnivorous animal. Clear? Shall we go to the next word? Let's go. What is our next word? Omnivores. How will you pronounce it? Omnivores. What is the meaning of it? Animals that eat both plants and animals such as humans, bear, etc. That means in a previous two words we have seen the animals who is eating only plant and one is eating only small animals. But on the earth there are certain animals which is eating plant product as well as animal product, and that animals are known as omnivores. If you take the example of humans, we take vegetables and fruits and spices from the plant, but we also take milk from the animals, right? So we are considered as omnivores. Clear? See the picture of it. Let's go to the next word. What is that? Scavengers. How will you pronounce it? Scavengers, right? What is the meaning of it? They mainly feed on dead animals and plants such as hyena, vulture, etc. Means they don't hunt animals. એટલે એનિમલનો શિકાર નથી કરતા, પણ જે મરી ગયેલું એનિમલ છે એનું માંસ ખાય છે, right? So they are known as scavengers. See the picture. Here one vulture, જેને આપણે ગીધ કહીએ છીએ, right? They are taking food from the dead body of one animal. So they are known as scavengers, right? Let's go to the next word. What is that? Decomposers. What is the meaning of it? And animals which break down the organic components in the remains of dead plants and animals and convert them into simpler substance. Now, in our body, we have different type of nutrients, right? And it is in a complex mode, means they are in a mixture form. So when we die, from that mixture, all the nutrients will separate, right? Some of the animals are doing this separation process, બરાબર, ન્યુટ્રિયન્ટને છૂટા પાડી અને એને એન્વાયરમેન્ટમાં મિક્સ કરવાનું કામ કરે છે. That animals are known as decomposers, right? See the picture of it. They are known as decomposers, right? Clear? Let us go to the next word. What is that? Parasites. How will you pronounce it? Parasites. What is the meaning of it? An organisms that live on or inside the bodies of other animals and takes food from them. That means sometimes while taking a food or drinking water, small animals which is not visible, આપણને દેખાતા નથી, right? That small animals, very tiny animals, will enter our body and they will take the food from our body and sometimes they will also harm our body. એટલે કે આપણા શરીરમાં રહીને આપણા શરીરની અંદરથી ખોરાક લે છે અને ઘણી વખત શરીરને નુકસાન પણ કરે છે. So that type of a small tiny animals are known as parasites. You can see the picture of it. They are very small. You can't see with your eye, right? They are too small. So they are also known as organisms, right? Clear? Shall we go to the next one? Let's go. What is that? Proboscis. How will you pronounce it? Proboscis, right? Okay, now understand the meaning of it. It is a small pipe-like structure with which parasites suck the blood, right? A very small pipe-like structure. Now let me give you one example. Have you ever seen a mosquito biting your body? તમને મચ્છર કરડે છે, તમે ક્યારેય ઓબ્ઝર્વ કર્યું છે? જો તમે ઓબ્ઝર્વ કર્યું હશે તો you will come to know that the mosquito is having a one beak. એક ચાંચ જેવું હોય છે કે જે સોય જેવું હોય, જે આપણા શરીરની અંદર ખૂંચાડે છે, right? So that kind of a structure is known as a pipe-like structure. What is the main purpose of that structure? To suck the blood, લોહી ચૂસવું, right? Other than mosquito, there are certain animals which is also doing this process of sucking the blood, right? They all are known as proboscis, right? They are known as what? Proboscis. See the picture of it. It's a leech, જેને જળો કહેવાય છે. એ પણ આપણા શરીરમાં ચોંટી અને લોહી ચૂસે છે, બરાબર? Okay, clear? Let's go to the next word. What is that? Ecosystem, right? What is the meaning of ecosystem? All the plants and animals in a particular area considered together with their surrounding. That means an area, કોઈ એક એવી જગ્યા છે જ્યાં પ્લાન્ટ્સ પણ છે, પાણી પણ છે, એનિમલ્સ પણ છે, બર્ડ્સ પણ છે અને હ્યુમન્સ પણ છે, right? So that one area, they all are living together without harming each other. It is known as what? Ecosystem. See here, there is a one picture of a water ecosystem. You can see there are marine animals, એટલે પાણીમાં રહેવાવાળા animals છે. birds દેખાય છે. You can also see the plants. So this is a one picture of ecosystem, right? So that was our vocabulary words for the first chapter. I hope you have understood this. Okay? Now, as we have completed the vocabulary words of this chapter, we will take a small recap of what we have done today. We have done a simple basic thing related to the food. I gave you the information about that in a different state they have a different type of a staple food. What do you mean by staple food? Staple food ka meaning is staple food means the food which we are using on a daily basis. Suppose if we talk about the Gujarat, in Gujarat, especially in a lunch, we all are eating chapatis. That means chapatis are made from the wheat. So we can say that wheat is our staple food. Same way, when you go to some south state, their staple food is rice. They are eating different varieties made up from the rice or rice flour. So we can say that rice is their staple food. In short, every state in India have their own staple food. They all have a different variety of a food. Based on that, in this chapter, we will study that the food is necessary. Why it is necessary? We know that we get the energy from it. We know that we also require some nutrients, and that all nutrients we get from the food if we eat the healthy food. We, being the human, require energy. Same way, all other animals also require the energy to do their work. So they also eat the food. But all the animals does not have the same food habit. So based on their food habit, all the animals are categorized into the different category. So the food resources, producers and consumer, how do they consume the food? We are going to study the different types of animals. And at last in the chapter, we have to study a one small chain known as food chain. What is a food chain? How many types of animals which are eating a different type of foods, that we will study in the next session. I hope you have enjoyed this session. We are going to meet in the next session. Till that, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye.